Welkom beste mensen, wederom een uitzending van Eemland on the Move. En vandaag zitten we met Robbie Coetzee. Welcome Robbie. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for having me on the show.
Yeah, you're looking fine and dandy today.
So,
it's like
end of year season. I'm trying to get a new vibe going.
Yeah,
nice and comfortable. The beach vibe.
Yeah.
Even though I'm in Amersfoort, it does work for me. The sun is out. So we take our chances. So.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, we just also had it's the end of the season. Indeed, we just had a long interview with Mitch. We didn't have the opportunity before to talk, but you've got a long career in rugby, haven't you? Because obviously you're not originally from here. You're from
from South Africa. Yeah, so a long career is a good explanation. I've been doing this since I could probably walk. I've been catching rugby balls and running around. So it's been a long season or career for me. Exciting one. A lot of up and downs, and your injuries and stuff. So
yeah, no injuries or loads?
No, not loads. I had probably 3 big ones in my life.
Okay.
It's just always shit when a injury happens. It was the timing just feels wrong always. So.
Yeah, because obviously in South Africa you've got this massive school competition in rugby. That's one of the best in the world, together with New Zealand, more or less. Those are the best. Well, in South Africa they would say it's the best.
Yeah, so there's 3 tiers in school rugby in South Africa. So you have your A bond and your B bond and your C bond, or A plus A and then B or something like that. So your A plus is the top school, so that's your top 15 schools. That's Paul Roos, Grey College, Affies. Those are the big boys, and then usually under that, then you fall into different categories. But if you're in the top tier of school rugby, you'll usually get between 5,000 to 15,000 people at your school.
Yeah, I knew. I've been there. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's like some people will say it's like a religion, and probably the same in New Zealand as well. You have people coming out of school and saying, "Yeah, I'm done. I'm not going to study anymore. I'm just going to be a rugby player."
Yeah.
Because it's the passion is there. So,
did you play what A, B, C tier on schools?
So I played in. I think it was the A bond. So it was A plus was higher than us. So I played in the A bond, but I played in a competition that you play against the A plus schools. So in those days, there's all different. It's changed again, but it was the Michelin bond, or it was the Beeld Trofee or something like that. But it's changed again. Yeah. So I've played against Monument, Affies, those big schools. Yeah. But I wasn't in the same league as them in the beginning. So they were a little bit a higher league. So I was just under them, still playing good schools and stuff. And then from there on, usually what happens is when you go play trials and stuff, you play against each other. Then all the top players are playing against each other. So,
and what kind of trials did you play for?
So you start playing trials since the age of 11.
Okay.
So there was a team that you can make when you were 12 years old, and then under 13 is the big one you want to make. So that's 13 years you want to play for your. How can I explain this?
Region,
something in your region. So I was in the Bulls region, so so I was playing for the Bulls. Yeah. The only problem with playing in bigger regions is there's more schools, so more players, so
more
the competition is higher. That's also a good thing, because then if you make it, you know it. At least you're in the top. You always the top 5 places you want to make a team is in KwaZulu-Natal, so that's Durban, that's the Sharks, Western Province.
That's the Stormers.
Yeah, the Stormers. Yeah. Then Pretoria, so that's the Bulls. That's the Bulls, and then Joburg was the Lions. Those 4, and then the Cheetahs was in Bloemfontein. So those are the 5 provinces that you really wanted to play for. And usually there were smaller regions as well going to these competitions. That also you can play for, but usually you want to try and get into those 5 because it just sets your pathway for going forward. So for under 13 I played in that, under 16 I played in that, and then under 18 you play in that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So more or less you played in the Bulls competition, or for the Bulls?
Yes, for the Bulls in that competition. Yeah. So then I play against the Sharks. I play against the Western Province.
And that's the top tier in South Africa.
That's top tier. Yeah. So since under 13 you start actually trying, and that's where you start setting your goals. And then under 16, then you go to the next level. Then that is similar. So you play in your top tier clubs. playing trials against each other and then getting selected from there. And then, so I played for the Bulls again, under 16, and I played for the Bulls under 18 again. Under 18 is a little bit more difficult because then you have under 17s and 18s competing.
Yeah, of course, 18s, so, like you have here too. Yeah.
So
and then you're 18, and then what?
Yeah, so when you make 18, hopefully you play well enough to get into that region. If you get into the region, you go to the competition. The competition, there's a lot of coaches, agents, people coming there, and it's also on the TV, so it's quite big. And then from there on, you usually get scouted to go to a region. So if you're lucky enough, you get scouted, you get selected to go to the Bulls. So I went to the Cheetahs first.
Oh, okay.
For under 19. Because it just fitted me better. Because at that time I was still playing 8th man, and now, I play hooker now.
Yeah.
So I was playing 8th man at 18 years still, and it just fitted my style of play better. So that's why I went to them. And so I started playing for the Cheetahs under 18, under 19. So I went there, started playing for the under 19s. So then you play in under 19 competition, under 21 competition. So how it works usually is there's the senior team, then you have just below the senior team, it's like a developing team, and then you have the under 21s and the under 19s. So if you start getting in the pathway, it helps. So I played for the under 21s when I was 19 for the Cheetahs.
Okay.
And then the year after that, I got an injury. So when I was 20, I got an injury, and then I had to move back to Pretoria. And then I started playing in Pretoria for the Bulls again.
Oh, okay.
And then I went up through the system again there. So then I played it on 21s. So that's the system. So
But for the Bulls, you played hooker or still the 8th?
So I changed to hooker when I was only 20 years old.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's when I actually started playing just hooker.
Okay.
Interesting enough. So then I needed to learn from the beginning how to throw in and stuff. So and I needed to do that while playing at a high level as well. So that wasn't quite easy.
Challenging.
Yes,
You could say that. Yeah.
So so if you get to under 21, you're lucky enough to play in those competitions. So they call it the Junior Currie Cup.
Yeah.
And if you're lucky enough to play in there, then you can get a contract out of there for senior team. So usually the hardest time for a rugby player is between 21 and 23 because that's a gap year. So you have to play. Sometimes you don't get a contract, or sometimes you get into a contract, but you're just not getting into the senior side. You're playing in that development side. So if you're lucky enough, you get a contract, you play in that development side, somebody gets an injury and you get into the thing. So those are usually the hardest times. So that's a lot of people give up rugby in that scenario between 21 and 25. I would say people stop because it becomes really hard, because as soon as you don't make it after 25, then the new system comes in. So especially backline players after 25, they usually stop because the chance of them making it is really, really slim because of the talent that's coming through. So I was lucky enough to get a contract, and then I went at 22, 23. Instead of staying at the Bulls, I went to the Lions, and that's when my career started.
Oh, really? With the Lions? Oh, so you went to Joburg.
Yes.
Funny. Isn't that a little bit of like, wow, let's go to the...
It's a big derby. You're 100% right on that. So it was funny. So I was signed as the third, fourth hooker at the Bulls, and there was opportunity to go to the Lions and get to second and first hooker. So so you have to take it. And unfortunately, that was the year when I signed. They South Africa took the Lions out of the Super 15. So it was a whole thing that was the EP Kings came in that year. So they took the Lions out. And so that year was a whole developing year. So it was nice for us because all the senior players left and all the juniors came in. So
you were
players,
quite a young.
So me, Franco Mostert.
Okay.
So he was part of that whole development team when we started there. So that was really nice going there and starting as a a young team. I think our oldest player was 26 or something.
Okay.
Like that.
Oh, that's
Because all the seniors
wow.
left.
Yeah.
And so the year after that, we qualified to play in the Super 15. And then, Bob Janka, we played and that was my career. So I played in there till I was 29.
Yeah.
And then I started going over. So
You're going over where?
then I went to America.
Really?
Yeah. So
Why America?
funny enough, I wanted to travel a little bit with the family. And I was getting to I'm getting to the end of my career and stuff. And I didn't really want to stay in South Africa. And there was opportunity in America. They had a new league coming up. It was called the MLR. And it was an opportunity for me to go there.
Okay.
Move the family there and see how it goes.
And you never contemplated like France, UK, or...
I did. So there was opportunity for me to go there. Unfortunately, because of my visas and stuff, sometimes it lacked against me. It's a bit frustrating, but that was one of the reasons. Other reasons, I was just coming back from injury. ACL, MCL tear.
Ooh, that's a heavy one. Yeah.
So I was just coming back from that. So then usually a lot of teams won't touch you after injury. So it worked out well for me to go to America. And
you stayed there for how long?
3 years. So I stayed there and played there for 3 years.
Where?
Austin, Texas.
Austin, Texas. Okay, that's a nice place, actually.
Yeah, so it was lovely. It was similar to South Africa.
Yeah, no, true.
So can't complain.
No.
My daughter was born there.
Okay.
So she's American. She lives in the Netherlands now. She's speaking Dutch, but she's American.
She's got an American passport. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So she has the blue passport. I'm so jealous of her passport.
But also, does she have a Dutch passport?
No, not yet.
Not yet.
No, because my grandparents unfortunately died before I could get a passport.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
That's Coetzee is pretty Dutch, so you would think that would.
Yes, that's proper Dutch. My second name is actually Leendert, and that's even more
Leendert,
Dutch.
Leendert, yeah. Wow, that's
proper
serious.
Dutch,
Yeah.
So,
So 3 years in Austin, Texas, and then
Yes.
then what?
No. Then I came to. Sorry, I just want to.
Yeah, no, take a sip, please. Feel free. It's today. It's warm.
It is proper warm.
You are in this absolute.
Yes. I'm dressed for a good time. Hopefully the boys will bring a good time.
Well, if it up to Francis, I saw he's up to no good, so that's going to be mayhem.
Yeah,
this evening.
Francis. Yeah, you can never complain about Francis. He always brings the vibes. So that's good to see him.
Sure.
Now, some boys are going to probably fall on their face tonight, but it's great.
Yeah,
and you need it because it was a great season for the boys.
Yeah, absolutely.
So they need to relax now and get going. So it's good.
Chill.
But going back, why did I come here to the Netherlands?
Yeah. You came to the Netherlands straight after Austin, Texas.
Yes, I went straight after Austin, Texas. I came to this country.
Yeah.
And the reason for this is because that was an opportunity to play for the national team.
Yeah. So how did it get to you then?
Funny enough, Jan messaged me on Instagram and said that I have Dutch heritage and I can come and play here. I qualify. And I thought he was making a joke. I thought this is a scam or something.
Yeah.
So I messaged him back. We organized a Zoom call and funny enough, it was true. And they said I can come, and then everything started happening, and they organized everything so well for me with Michiel to come and play here and actually come and work here in the Netherlands, not just come and play, but actually work, bring my family over.
Yeah.
Worked out really well. And so the last 3 years I've been here now.
You went straight from Austin here to Eemland and Netherlands. Okay, cool. So that's good. That's nice.